Hey everybody, it's Dina Rico with the Creativity Cave, and I'm so excited to share with you a new series that I'm going to be doing on my blog and my YouTube channel every Sunday called Simple to Stunning Sundays. And what I'm doing is taking a really simple card and then showing you different ways to step it up. So whether you like the simple version or the stepped up version or the in-between version, there's something for everybody in here. And I think this is a really great series to help you understand and figure out how to make your cards have that little extra something something. So I hope you're going to really enjoy it. And I also kind of like to discuss sort of my process of how I come up with my projects and how I design those stepped up versions to help you improve your stamping, because some of those little details really make the card amazing. So let's get started. Today I'm going to be featuring the Beauty Abounds bundle. I love this stamp set so much. It has really some wonderful words in it, and it also has some adorable butterflies. But where this bundle really gets exciting is when you look at the coordinating framelits, and there are a bunch. You get all of these pieces, and I actually have a few of the little butterflies next to my Big Shot, plus these two larger images that you can use together, or you can cut apart quite easily. Those little butterflies, you can see I've cut some of them apart here, and I keep all of my extras in a little clear envelope. We carry these envelopes in the catalog. I'll link them in our supply list for you so that you can see them, but they're really great. So I keep all of that together in my case, which is awesome. I also am featuring a word set. There were a couple words in here that were cute, but they didn't quite fit what I wanted. So I'm using the Itty Bitty Birthdays stamp set, which has a great selection of fun words. Some definitely birthday, of course, but some definitely not birthday. So I kind of like that too. They could go either way. I love that. All right, so let's get started. Our first project here is a really simple card, and I just love it because it's happy and fun and cute and easy. And I'm using what I think to be a really awesome color combination for a rainbow, which is Highland Heather, Coastal Cabana, Lemon Lime Twist, Mango Melody, and Flirty Flamingo. So what I'm going to do is start with a half a sheet of thick Whisper White cardstock, and I'll fold that in half. Some people like to score their cardstock. You can certainly do that too. I'm a little lazy, so I don't. Okay, I'm then going to take a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 inch Whisper White cardstock, which I have set a whole stack of these that I've pre-cut and I have handy, so it makes the process of making my cards quick and easy. I'm then going to work from the bottom of my stack up. I'm just going to take and stamp this cute little butterfly on there. Look at how cute that is. And then I'm going to take my birthday wishes. Oh, you know what? I didn't ever actually get the birthday wishes out. One moment. I'll pull that out and stick it on a block quickly. Now, I wanted to have this be kind of a soft card, so I'm going to use basic gray instead of black for my sentiment. And I think that kind of tones it down so it's not so in your face. You know what I mean? So we'll just stamp that on there. Oh, perfect. Then we'll continue on with our colors. I'm also going to take and clean my stamp off. I use a Stampin' Chamois for that. It works great. And that way I have a nice clean stamp so I don't mess up the ink colors. All right, so there's Coastal Cabana. Do that give it a quick cleaning. Actually, I was a little too quick. There we go. Then I've got Lemon Lime Twist, and you can see I'm just kind of altering each one as I go. Next, I've got Mango Melody, which is a fantastic color. And then finally, I've got Flirty Flamingo. And I love this because it's a bright color, but it's not like super crazy bright. Okay, so super cute rainbow. We're gonna just take and pop this up onto our card. And here is our simple card. So easy to create. And as you can see, I made this in just a couple of minutes. And this is a wonderful, wonderful card to make in bulk, to make a whole bunch of these up so that you just have them ready to go whenever you need a quick card. And as you can see, very inexpensive to make. I just needed some stamps, some ink, and some paper. And there we go. All right, now let's take this up a notch. Next, I'm going to use the same basic supplies with the addition of 2 pieces. And those 2 pieces are a strip of Whisper White cardstock that's about 1/2 inch. These are left over from trimming my 4 by 5 1/4 inch pieces of cardstock. And then I also die cut a little strip with a framelit that comes from the Meant to Be bundle, or the Be Mine stitched framelits. It's just a little scalloped edge. You can also get this edge by using a punch. And that punch is the I think it's the decorative ribbon border punch, something like that. It's this punch. So that is the edge right down here. You can get the same exact thing. Okay, so let me show you how this one comes together, because it's basically the exact same thing with with a couple extra steps. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up. I just need to find what I did. I lost my Highland Heather ink pad. That's not good. Okay, so again, we'll start with a clean stamp. That's always really good advice when stamping. So just like before, we're going to just do the same thing. We'll stamp this one. I'm going to change it up and use a different sentiment. This one says time to celebrate. I like this because this could be for a birthday or for something else. So that's fun. That's out of that same birthday stamp set. Then we'll go ahead and do our Coastal Cabana. And notice I'm just altering the direction of the butterfly each time. Super easy. I love the stamping on here. It's just so much fun because it's just easy, easy, easy. And there is nothing wrong with that. Sometimes I think we get really buried in trying to make really complicated, fancy cards. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take my time to celebrate and stamp it once more. I stamped it on here as a placeholder. So now I've got it on my little, oops, didn't see me stamp that. I've got this on my little strip of cardstock here, and then I'm going to take and adhere this to the bottom. Okay, the other thing I'm going to do is use my trusty punch, my triple banner punch. This is kind of the workhorse of my punches because I use it all the time. I'm just going to snip that off so it's a little shorter. And I'm just going to punch the end of this into a banner. Okay. And now I'm going to take and adhere this with some adhesive to my little scalloped border. Okay, so that looks awesome. I'm going to trim this kind of at an angle so you can't see it behind the piece there. So that looks awesome. And then we'll take and pop this piece up right over our sentiment. And then I just wanted to do one additional thing to make this kind of pop. And that is, we're going to add a little embellishment to it. Just snip the end of that off. I'm going to use some adhesive backed sequins. These are one of my favorite things to use because they're so easy to just pop onto a card, especially when the adhesive is already in there. So I'm just going to add 3 of these. I think it looks great if you use odd numbers when you're adding embellishments like this. So I'll just put one right there. So now I've got these cute little embellishments on my card. You can see it's just a little jazzier. Okay, nothing wrong with adding a little something something to this. All right, and then once again, we'll pop the whole layer up onto our card. With some dimensionals. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this about me, but I go through approximately 1 million dimensionals a year. I have no idea what the real number is, but it's a lot. I love dimensionals. Okay, so isn't that cute? So now we've got simple and a little bit more fancy. Okay, now we're gonna take it up one more notch. I'm actually gonna do 4 cards today. I originally planned 3, but then at the very last minute, I figured out a 4th. You'll figure it, or you'll understand when you see. Now this time I'm adding a layer of black cardstock. So this layer is 4 by 5 1/4. This layer is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And then I also have a little strip of printed paper. This is from the Botanical Butterflies printed paper. So we're just gonna take and adhere this to the side of our card. Okay. And on this card, rather than stamping my images, I'm actually going to die cut them. And the reason is because that is a little bit more complicated for people if you don't have a die cut machine or you don't like die cutting. I always profess to be a lazy stamper, so often I don't like taking the time to do things like that, although this is so cute. You're going to love it. At least I sure hope you do. Okay, now in this case, and I just smeared glue on here. Seriously, Dina. I've really am good at not smearing glue. We'll just rub that off. It's all good. Okay, so the other thing about this is we're going to do everything much the same way, but like I said, I have die cut my little flowers instead. Now I also, because I added this strip, I switched from my basic gray to black. So we'll stamp our sentiment in black this time. And I am going to take, and I use the same color palette of colors. So I've got my little butterflies on here, and we're going to attach them with some glue dots. Now these glue dots are going to show a little bit, so I'm going to kind of scrunch them up just a hair so that they're not quite as visible. So I'm just going to put one right there, and then I'm going to stamp my sentiment just like I did before. I'm doing it in gray just like before, it's a placeholder. And then I'm going to do my remaining. You can actually even roll these up into like a little log and put them on, and that actually works pretty well too. I didn't want to use, some of you might be asking why I didn't use my sponge technique where I sponge liquid glue on the back. And the reason I didn't do that is because I want to pop up my butterfly wings. Because you guys know I also love dimension on my cards. Okay. And we'll add that one. And finally, one more. This is a little putsy. Just getting those rolled up. Okay, isn't this cute? Oh, I love it. Okay, so once again, I will take a little strip of Whisper White and stamp my sentiment. This time I'll do it in black though, because it's not a placeholder, it's the real deal. And we want the black to match our cardstock, or our printed paper. Well, I guess, and our cardstock. Okay. So I'll stamp that down. And just like before, I'm going to punch that end. And just like before, just making sure the spacing is correct, just like before. Well, actually, a little differently. I took and die cut another one of those scallops. This time, I'm going to make sure this isn't too thick a strip. It is. I have to trim that down just a little. Just cutting off some of this so it doesn't stick out. We don't want that. Okay. And you can use kind of whatever you want to adhere this. I'm using my tape runner, but you can also use glue dots. I don't personally use snail. I don't like it, but you can use whatever works for you. Okay, so I just trimmed the end of that off. We'll pop it up just like we have before. And then this time, we're going to embellish it with rhinestones instead of sequins. And I thought the rhinestones went a little better with the black and white. You could do the sequins for sure. I mean, it's not like it's a requirement or anything. I mean, it's your card. Make it how you want. But I loved the stepped up version of this. Now we're going to do one more version. I actually, like I said, I'd only had 3 planned, but then at the last minute, I decided to do 4. So look at that. It's so cute. And I'll show you all of them at the end, of course. So we're going to do the exact same as the last card, same exact supplies. Fold my card in half, but we're going to go back to stamping our butterflies this time. I'm going to add that strip here to my Whisper White layer. I love adding this little strip, and there's a few different patterns in the paper you could easily use for this, so you don't have to do just the polka dot or the diagonal stripes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is stamp just like before. So we'll start with, my stamp came off, it's black. We'll start with the purple. Okay, now this time I'm going to add my silver just like before. And we'll do our other birthday wishes because I kind of got away from using that one. This time in black. We'll adhere our, oh, actually we need to punch the end of this first. Okay. We'll trim that excess off. We'll pop it up once again. This time, however, I'm going to embellish with one more thing, and that is some black baker's twine. I love black and white baker's twine. They're so much fun to use. And they add a nice touch without being too, you know, on a card like this where everything is a little bit smaller, they add a nice touch without being too big. You know, a regular ribbon bow would be too much for this card. So I like that this is a little smaller. Now what I did is I cut a double length of baker's twine, as you can see, and I'm just gonna tie a double bow, and that'll give me a little bit more meat to my baker's twine, but not too much. And then we can just add this bow on there. And I really need to use my regular scissors for this. Not my gummed up scissors. Those other ones I was using are what I actually trim my rubber with, so they're kind of gummy. Okay. We'll put that bow right on there like so. So cute. We'll pop this layer up. I meant to do that on the last one and I kind of got carried away. And then we'll embellish with some rhinestones. Now I actually meant to put rhinestones on the last one, but like I said, that last card was sort of an afterthought. But I do like it. Okay, and then my pick your tool. Uh-oh, it's gone. Ah, I love this tool. It is so wonderful for just adding a little touch of something to your cards. Okay, so just like before, I'm going to, I wanted to use the little ones, add a few different embellishments to this one, and we'll come back and do this one too. But I hope you've loved all of the little things that I've shown you in this video. It's so easy to create kind of a fun little card and see all the different versions of it, and you'll have to tell me which one is your favorite. So there's the last one, the third one with the die cuts, the second one that's just stepped up just a little. Actually, this is the one we made. Time to celebrate. And then our simple birthday wishes card. So I hope you've loved this video. Please come back and see me next week, and I'll have even more inspiration for you. And best yet, I want you to know that if you please could order through my online store, that would be so appreciated. It helps me bring more awesome videos like this to you. And until today, today's the last day, I will give you a free sand mono eraser, which is perfect for fixing little boo-boos on your cards with ink. You get this free when you spend $50 in my online store. You also get to be a VIP, and I have a fabulous VIP rewards program that I would love to welcome you to. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.